Good day, everyone. You are welcome to our mathematics talk. We hope you enjoyed and you have practiced what we discussed about in our last video. In our last video, we've been able to make us to understand that mathematics is a very simple subject and it is easy to pass. We said for you to pass mathematics, the very first thing that we said you should do is, number one, take away the fear of mathematics. Number two, have a positive mindset about mathematics. Believe that mathematics is a subject that you can know, like your English, like your physics, like your history, like your government, like your biology. You can equally know mathematics and understand it, and you can equally perform excellently well in mathematics. And we said number three is that mathematics is a subject of steps. If and only if you pay attention to the steps involved in solving any topic, then you will understand it very well. We equally said that when your teacher is teaching you any topic in mathematics, pay attention to the steps. Make sure that you do not leave a particular step until you understand what happened in that step. Make sure that you do not leave a particular step until you have understanding of what happened in that step. That was what we said in our last mathematics talk. Now today, progressively, we said mathematics is more like a ladder. It's progressive in nature. What do I mean by that? When you start in your elementary mathematics, you start with knowing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You start by knowing these are very first 10 fundamental numbers. You start by knowing this very first 10 fundamental number, 0 to 9. That is the fundamental thing that we knew in mathematics. So having knowledge of this fundamental, then from there you could see now that any child or anybody that does not know 0 to 9 cannot know anything in mathematics. And I'm so happy for you because I know you already know these numbers. Then from there, when you get to your nursery, your KG, your pre-primary, or pre-nursery school, you began to match these numbers together. 1 and 0 to give us 10. 1 and 1 to give us 11. 1 and 2 to give us 12. 1 and 3 to give us 13. 1 and 4 to give 14. 1 and 5 to give 15. And you match it like that up to 1,000, up to 10,000, like that. So what I want to say by saying mathematics is like a ladder and it is progressive is that when we began with 0 to 9, the next step is for you to begin to match 1 and 0 to give you 10. So you start with 0 to 9. So if you don't know 0 to 9, matching 1 and 0 together to give you 10, 1 and 9 to give you 19, 1 and 6 to give you 16 might be difficult. And that is why I said it is important for you to understand the steps in mathematics. This is how mathematics is. Very, very simple. Once you pay attention to the steps, mathematics is very, very simple. Now look at it from the scratch that we said. 0 to 1, 0 to 9, that's the basis. Then we began to match 2 and 3 to give us 23. 9 and 6 to give us 96. Then you start 2 digits. So if you don't have a knowledge of this margin, to write your figure will become problem. And so if any student or anybody do not know this at the fundamental stage, knowing how to match 910 to give you 910 will be difficult. And so that is why I am saying it again, that mathematics is progressive. At every stage that you are, make sure that you understand what is being taught there. And that is why I said at every steps in solving mathematics, have understanding of that step. Now when you leave counting of numbers, all these are called counting of numbers. After counting the number, then what do? We began to add the number together. They will ask you then, what is this? You tell them 1, because you already knew it is 1. Plus 1. They will tell you, if you take 1 and you put it together with 1, what will it give you? It gives you 2. That's why we say mathematics is progressive. You can see the progression from 0 to 9, knowing 0 to 9, to merging of numbers together, now to adding the numbers together. This is how easy mathematics is. Once you don't know this, you cannot know this. Unlike other subjects, they can tell you that today, they can tell you that today now is today is roundabout. Tomorrow they will not come tomorrow and tell you it's no longer roundabout, it's round and go. Mathematics is not like that. Once in mathematics, 1 plus 1 will always be 2. All you just have to do is pay attention to your teacher when they were explaining 1 plus 1 to you, so that you can get it once and for all. Please, are we getting what we are trying to explain here? Mathematics is progressive. It is a progressive subject. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, the teacher will progress and say, when you now have 2 plus 1 is 3. Then how will this happen? The teacher will tell you, okay, you have 2. Some at a particular time they will ask you to go and get counters, the cover of bottles. You bring them together and you begin to count 1, 2, 1. Count it together. Now, at a particular stage, they said, okay, this is 2. Make 2 lines. 1, 2. This is another line. Put it. 1. Oh yeah, count it together. 1, 2, 3. So that is 3. You can see now that mathematics is progressive. It starts from knowing these ones. So whenever you see this now, you can know that this is 9. They now say, okay, put 2. Add 2. Okay. At that stage, they tell you, okay, you can now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2. 1, 2. Oh yeah, cut it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can now know 9 plus 2 is 11. Anybody who does not know 0 to 9 cannot progress to 9 plus 2. And that is how mathematics is. Till tomorrow, there is no height that you attain in mathematics. You will always get back to 9 plus 2. No height, there is no calculation you are doing in mathematics. You will always have to add one number to another. You will always have to multiply one number to another. You will always have to divide one number from another to get these fundamental numbers. And that is why we say mathematics is progressive. And it is in stages. So at a particular stage, try to pay the sacrifice of knowing what they are doing there. Try to know whatever is being taught. That is what we are saying. Mathematics is progressive. Mathematics is progressive. Now from here you begin to move. From here you begin to add 100 plus 100. You now say write it like this, 100. Put it under again. Put your plus here. Then 0 plus 0 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 1. You remember 1 plus 1 is 2. If you don't remember, do your line 1. Do another one 1. Or you count it together 1, 2. Then that's 200. I hope you understand. So this is how it all begins. That's why we say mathematics is progressive. You can see from here now, we got to margin the number. From here we got to adding the number. Then after we added the number, we began to multiply, we began to subtract, and we began to divide. And on this basic addition, subtraction, division, everything stands. So that is it. Mathematics is progressive. If you will understand and know mathematics, you must make sure that you have a knowledge of every stage that you are, because when you go to the next stage, you will still go back to that stage that you left. That is why we are having problem with mathematics. Are you getting me now? Why people are having problem with mathematics is because while they were at this stage, they refused to pay attention to it. Now when they got to this stage, going back, when they were at this stage, they refused to pay attention to it. When they got here, it becomes too much for them, because they will do from here back to this place. Now if they don't understand this aspect, when you come to this aspect, it becomes problem. So that is why I say make sure that at everything, make sure that everything that you are doing at every stage, get whatever you have been taught. Thank God you have gotten series of medium to get it now. Now you are watching me online. You can always come online. Go to your teachers at any time. Sir, Esma, you did this, I don't understand. Esa, you did this, I don't understand. Can you please put me through? They will put you through. Mathematics is easy. Mathematics can be gotten. Mathematics can be understood and passed. It depends on you. Thank you for staying in touch with us. We hope to see you again tomorrow on our mathematics talk. God bless you. Amen.